Radio in the new year of 2020. Did you hear what I said? In the new year of 2020. I am your host, Awesome Al, along with my co-host and producer, Hooch.
Good evening, Montgomery, Alabama, and around the world.
Yeah, we are in the house once again.
Yeah.
With Trewvizon Radio 2020 style. A lot of things have going on since the last time we were on the air.
Most definitely, yeah.
And we're going to go through these things on our freestyle edition today.
What makes it freestyle?
That means we just pulling up topics just out the air, so to speak.
Okay, let's get into it. Gayle King.
Gayle King. Now, that one is an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Now, people are upset with Gayle King. A lot of celebrities. Snoop Dogg, for one. Gayle says Snoop scared her.
Did she, I think he did apologize for calling her out.
Yeah, he did. He apologized for how he said it.
Yeah.
He didn't apologize for what he said.
Which he shouldn't.
He apologized for how he said it and how, Gayle reacted to it. And a lot of people say Gayle should go and apologize herself as well because of what she did in her part, bringing up that situation that happened with Kobe.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive moment right now.
Back in, I believe, 2003. And bringing that up now that the man has died. And okay, that's another topic right there. Of course, the tragic death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter,
Gigi.
Yes, Gianna.
And I think total 9 people in the crash.
Yes, 9 people died in the crash, and Kobe and his 13-year-old daughter Gigi was 2 of those passengers on that helicopter that Sunday morning.
Let me ask you something. Do you think it was a good journalist type move that she made, or?
No, I don't, because she brought up this subject in a more sensitive time. Now, maybe if she would have brought it up at some other time, maybe when Kobe was still alive,
right,
it would have been different reaction. But she bringing up this subject now after the man just died.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of wounded hearts and spirits.
Oh, Gayle, how could you do it?
So, that's why you got people saying Gayle should apologize for bringing up this subject when she had that interview with Lisa Leslie.
Well, some say she did in a way.
When? I haven't heard no
apology. Well, she blamed it on the network for
yeah, but that's not an apology. That just putting the blame on somebody else. That just like, if I say something and I say, well, Hooch, I'm gonna blame it on Hooch. Hooch made me say that.
Well, I get blamed for a lot of stuff anyway. So.
I didn't want to say that. Hooch made me say that. He's the producer of the show. He made me say that. So see.
Yeah.
So that's not an apology. That's just shifting the blame.
Well, before we get deep into it, make sure everyone press the like button, and we have a Cash App also. You could donate to the show, which is
yes, just go to True-Bucks.
Right, True-Bucks. Yeah.
And that's our Cash App. Bring that money on in. I don't want to sound like a Sunday morning preacher, but we need to pay tithes.
An offering.
Tithes and offering. Bring.
There's a lot of, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, to go to True-Bucks, the Cash App that we have, and if you like the show, hey, donate.
Or email us also.
Yes, you can email us at trewvizonradio@gmail.com. Tell us, what you like or dislike or whatever. We just want to hear from you, because if we hear from you, we know you are there.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
Just email us, TrewVisionRadio@gmail.com, or go to the True Bucks Cash App and drop us $1, $2, $3, 5, 10, 15,
Yeah,
20,
right.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 55. Anyway.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That's
huh?
right. Drop us
What you used to do back in the day?
Well, I wasn't an auctioneer, that's for sure. But anyway.
Back to Miss Gayle King, because Snoop was also threatened.
Yeah, he was,
By,
because,
Condoleezza Rice, is it? Is that her name?
yes, the former Secretary of State, Condoleezza Rice. Now, I don't know what Condoleezza said. Now,
She said Snoop better back the F off, and something pertaining to he don't want to deal with an army. That's what she said.
okay. I guess you were talking about the fans of Gayle King, and probably she is one as well, and
The CIA and the FBI.
yeah, and she has ties to all of those agencies.
I think she needs to apologize also.
Yeah, well, she does, Gayle does, and Snoop already has. So
It's like open season on the black man, That's what I
well,
see, If they can put the if they can put it like a giant handcuff and dig Michael Jackson coffin up and slide it right on in the jail cell, I think they would do it.
well,
I really
That'd
think
be,
if they could get away with doing that, I believe
that'd be
they would do it.
Something
It's just open season.
awful. But
They might come for us next after this show.
Who knows? All I can say is, have your house in order. Anyway.
But what else we got?
Well, we have, as I was saying before, about the pain that was still people feeling cause of
Yeah, they just had his memorial today.
Kobe's death.
Was it today? Today's President's Day, I'm sorry.
No, it was last week. I believe it was Friday. They had his closed memorial.
Right.
That was only open to, close family and friends of Kobe and his daughter. Now they're gonna have a public one on the 24th,
Right, 24th
of this month, February, and they did that because they chose that date for Kobe's jersey number and his daughter's jersey number. She wore number 2, he wore 24. So, they put it together and say, okay, 224, that's when we're going to give our public respects to Kobe and Gigi.
Right. I knew he was huge, but I didn't know, like in Japan, they really, there's a statue of Kobe. Buildings and streets are named after Kobe.
Well,
I didn't know he was that
you
huge,
just told me something I didn't know myself there, Hooch.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome.
Well,
You can donate to me right now.
Oh, so, man, things have gone on in politics since the last time we were on the air. President impeachment trial, which I think basically was a joke because he's still there. They did not remove him because of the Senate. The Senate saved him with the Republican votes of 53 to 47. So he was it 52 to 48? Because one Republican voted along the Democratic line, and that was Senator Mitch Romney from, I believe it's from Utah. But anyway, he said he was voting for, what was right because he felt like the president was wrong. And well, I think he was as well, and so does a lot of people think the president was wrong. So that impeachment, though, went through a lot of that, taking up TV time, valuable TV time.
Yeah.
You know.
I kind of feeling it wasn't gonna.
Yeah. And
Go
came
down.
out just like President Trump said it would. He would be acquitted, and that's what he was, because he knew he would be, because of the Republican Senate. But that, and then we had a mayor election here in Montgomery, Alabama.
That's right. Our first
And,
African American mayor, Mr. Stephen
Yeah, the
Reed.
first
Dig it.
African American mayor. And
Shout out to Stephen Reed, Mayor Stephen Reed.
here in Montgomery, Alabama, and he made history by being the first African American mayor of Montgomery. Montgomery been in existence for 200 years, and that's the first African American mayor.
Awesome, man, with the history.
So that's history to know, since it's also Black History Month as well. That's a fact for Black history. Stephen Reed being the first African American mayor of Montgomery, Alabama.
We'll go down in the history books, dig it.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of things have going on and shook up not only the country but the world.
What are you doing for Black History Month? Don't you feel like something we should do at home? What can we do at home as melanated people?
Well, if you got kids, you could teach them about a lot of things in Black history. If you got kids, go and get some documentaries. Show them some documentaries like Eyes on the Prize.
Yeah.
That's a good one, but it's a long one.
Yeah, and we could. There's a Birth of a Nation that that's out. If you haven't copped that, you need to go get it, so I can watch it with you.
Yeah, well, that's.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, that one, like I said, Eyes on the Prize.
Harriet Tubman. What about? Is there a documentary on her?
Well,
a movie
I don't know
or
if there's a
something?
documentary, but there's the movie. The Underground Railroad.
Right.
That movie that came out about a few months ago. That movie, could show some history facts along those lines, and then the movie. I can't think of the name of it now, about the gentleman who founded the EJI museum here in Montgomery, Brian Stevens.
And since we're doing that, I want to pay homage to Mr. Jerry Kaya Hines, who transitioned about 6 months ago. He's a shaman. He was a shaman who were most definitely profound in the African drumming. Very spiritual person. It was a great loss in our community in the African culture. And shout out to Brother Lush, who's in charge of the Ma'afa.
Yes,
as well.
Shout out to Brother Lush. And also I say, rest in peace, Brother Jerry. Hope your soul is always at rest.
So what else we could do for Black History? I think I got. Oh, this is something probably people don't know. Jack Daniels was created by a brother. For those who don't drink, Jack Daniels is an alcohol that you could purchase and indulge here and there for time to time.
Jack Daniels is that something like a rum, really,
It's close. It's almost like a whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the actual family that created that's not created, but forgot the guy's name. I have to talk to my sister about that. But they still have a company to this day, so they're still moving forward. So we'll get some more information about them and make sure we turn it up for him.
Are there a company in Tennessee? Because that's where Jack Daniels come out of.
Could be. Yep. Right.
So,
Right.
so yeah, Jack Daniels out of Tennessee, you said was invented.
Yes.
By an African American black man.
Maybe we should have brought something for the show. But what else we got?
Well, you was asking me, what was I myself doing for Black History?
What could you do?
Or what could I do? Well,
because Black history is more than Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yes,
we do this especially Martin Luther King.
That's right.
Martin
Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, and, the list goes on and on. Nat Turner,
Prince Abdul Rahman.
So, yeah, it's more than
Marcus Garvey.
Those guys, yeah. Marcus Garvey was a big part of Black history in the
Hooch
in the early 1900s. Of course,
Kunta Kinte.
No.
We make fun of Kunta Kinte too. We need to stop doing that. That's not cool to get your foot chopped off and you still, keeping your spirit like I'm gonna be free.
Hey, at least he was still hopping along.
See what I'm talking about? You make fun. I'm not laughing.
And he was on his good foot. At that.
I'm not laughing.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not laughing.
Yes, you are. But what I am doing.
You're not getting cool points, right?
What I am doing for Black History myself, I am posting on my Facebook page every day a Black History quote. And I have a list of Black History quotes from various historical figures. Like I said, Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass, Marian Anderson, George Washington Carver.
Yeah, I was about to say the peanut guy.
There's a lot of Black History quotes. I have a list of 40, and I post up one every day.
Well, good for you.
On my Facebook page. And also, I have a website that I can go to get facts from called blackhistory.com. And you could go there and get Black History facts and other information about African American history, because history goes on every day. Because yesterday is history. Today will be history. Tomorrow, so history goes on every day. It's just not from back in the day. I mean, history is now. People are making history. Black people are making history now.
Every day creates your history.
Every day. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Every soldier dying.
I want to talk about the education of the children of today in the school system.
Speaking of that, shout out to ASB, Alabama School for the Blind in Talladega, Alabama. Have a great time a couple of weeks ago at our homecoming.
Yeah, that was very nice that we went to our homecoming at ASB. Had a nice time up there, meeting people I haven't seen or heard from. And
did you cry? I thought I saw you cry.
God knows when. No, I didn't cry.
Oh, I didn't
you know, I didn't cry. It was just amazing just to go back and.
Did we win?
Yeah, that was amazing, and then also
that we won.
To go back and walk I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
it was amazing to go back and just step foot on the campus there, and because it brought back memories of the time when I was there as a student. You know,
Yeah, it's see, people at ASB, a lot of people that's not in tune to blind or legally blind people don't get it. Where we went to school, it's like a college setting,
that's
but
what
on a
it's
high
like
school
a small
level.
college.
Right.
That's
So,
what it is. It's like a small college because the kids live there.
right. So we're very close. Even if there are
Right.
people that, because I didn't graduate with you.
Oh no, I graduated some years before you did.
So, but we, was able to hook up and link up and hang out.
Because ASB alumni, stay in touch with each other through generations. You graduated in the 90s. I graduated in the 80s, but still we stay in touch with people who graduated in the 70s.
That's wild.
So back in the 70s, and the kids who graduated in the early 2000s and late 90s, they always stay in touch with each other, and that's good because a lot of high schools do not stay in touch with their generation alumni. They just graduate and and they go back and have these class reunions, but they have class reunions for certain classes. ASB took that and just threw it into one reunion and called it alumni.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Now you ain't gonna put me on the spot. Don't even try.
Or instructor?
Don't
There's a
even
difference.
try.
Who's your? Okay,
Don't even try. Who was your favorite teacher?
I loved all of them. Every last one.
See, now that's how he get off people. Yeah.
No. This is ASB was the first school I ever loved all my teachers, and I never hated anybody. I loved every last one of them. Facts.
Well, I could say that as
Check
well
it.
because I could say that as well because
But you didn't say that.
no, I didn't, but I will now.
See, he spoken like a
now.
you a politician.
Now.
Oh, I forgot. It's
Mhm.
politics, not.
Well, in the words,
You better not. You better not. I know that. I know what you're about to say. Don't do it. Don't.
but
you do it.
anyway, yeah, I did like all of my teachers I had. They were, good teachers. They took the time to teach, and that's what I was going to say about school systems now. Teachers don't teach anymore. They bring these kids in, set them in front of a computer, tell them to listen to this story, then have a test on it, but they don't ask the kids about anything to see what they learned from listening to a story. They don't ask them. They just give them a test. And then the kids' grades come out looking like, single-digit temperatures. 0, 5, 10s. Come on. How do no? You can't expect a child to learn if you're not teaching him or her to learn. Learning is a taught thing. You have to be taught something to learn.
And check this. I remember Miss Uptain, along with Miss Dorothy Parker, they showed up to our home before we attended school to check us out. And teachers don't do that anymore. To see where you come from, to visit your family. That's what they did before I attended ASB.
Well,
You know,
they did that
was,
to you, but
that
they
was
didn't
real
do
cool.
that to me.
Well, they didn't care about you. They loved me. See, they loved me.
See, I came up there to visit them. They didn't come to. They didn't come to my house.
I thought that was.
I guess
that
I
was
stayed
cool.
in the country, so they didn't want to come down there.
Well, I mean, you could. There was still some connection. I mean, if
But anyway.
if you traveled to ASB, before you attended school, there was still a connection.
Well, yeah, I had.
That they were trying to make with you.
I had went to ASB and.
See, I'm not gonna let you talk
you
about
know,
ASB.
Yeah, I had went to ASB in '82. I visited there, and then I came back again. Now, my original visit to ASB was in 1976. That's when I originally went there. And I'm telling my age. But anyway.
Well, you did.
But that was my original visit in 1976. I was up there for a week at ASB. And I didn't go to school there. Okay. I didn't go to school there then, but, I came back in 82. Then I started school there in 83, the January of 83. But as I was saying about schools, teachers are not teaching the kids anymore like they used to do. Hands-on teaching, showing you what to do.
They don't care.
Writing on blackboard.
Well, your first teacher should be your parents, actually.
Well, yes, that's true.
That's a lost art.
But all I'm saying, teachers now makes 3 times the money that teachers made back when I was in school. But
they're still underpaid, though.
But teachers, when I was in school, did 3 times the work. But now those are teachers may be underpaid now, but those were really the underpaid teachers.
And they're quick to put legally blind or blind children, into the special education program, which is so.
Yes, in public school, yes, they are. And the reason why they do that because, quote, they don't know how to teach.
They're not educated in that. Yeah.
They don't know how to teach us. That's what they claim they don't. Teach me like you teach anybody else. That's what I told the teachers when I came back to Louisville High School back in 1979. I told them to teach me like you teach these other kids. Come on.
God, it's a long time.
Oh yeah, I am dating myself. But anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I believe the clock on the wall says that's about all. Isn't that right there, Hooch?
Yeah, we got to get up out of here, buddy.
Well, yeah, thank you for listening to our first show of 2020. There are going to be many more to come, and we're going to have different styles. We're going to go live. We're going to take phone calls. We're going to do all of that on these shows in this year 2020. Yeah, Trewvizon is going to be look at that.
Yeah, don't forget that.
That's right. Donate by going to $2 and clicking on that donate button. Click on the like button. Like us, love us, whatever you want to be.
All right. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you. And we out for Trewvizon Radio.